Hi guys, welcome again to my channel CADiologist. In this video, I will continue with the drawing example I started in the previous tutorial. I will show you guys how to print the drawing, and I will talk about title block. What is it, how to create it, and what information needs to be there. Since I'm presenting this subject for the first time, I will explain it step by step, but later on in all other exercises, the printout will only take a minute. Before you continue with this tutorial, I would pretty much appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel and click on the alert button to stay updated. How to plot or print a drawing into PDF? There are two ways to do that. The simple and fast method, and I call it the proper and professional method. To quickly print your drawing, simply click on Plot from the Quick Access toolbar. You can access the same window through the shortcut Ctrl+P. Choose the plotter name. In our case, it will be Microsoft Print to PDF. Make sure the paper size is set to A3 or A4. In the Drawing Orientation field, choose Landscape. In the Plot Area field, select Window from the list. Specify the first corner somewhere here and the opposite corner somewhere here. Check Center the block, then click on Preview to display how the drawing will look like when it's printed out. Click on Plot, then type the file name, Exercise 01 Simple Printout. Choose where you want to save the file. I will save it on the desktop, then click on Save. Go to desktop or wherever you saved the file and check it out. Now let's try doing this the right way. First of all, you need to be aware of the sheet size you want to print your drawing on, whether it's A0, A2, A3, A4 or A5. And you need to decide the orientation of the drawing. Are you printing portrait or landscape? For example, the portrait A4 sheet is 297 mm high and 210 mm wide, while the landscape is 210 mm high and 297 mm wide. The portrait A3 sheet is 420 mm high and 297 mm wide, while the landscape A3 sheet is 297 mm high and 420 mm wide. After all of that, you need to create something called title block. It's a template for the sheet you want to print, and it includes all the information imperative to identify the drawing, such as the project name your drawing belongs to, the date a drawing is finished and ready for submission, drawing title, scale and number, drawn by whom, to be checked and approved by whom, and many other details depending on your project requirements. Generally, the title block gives your project a consistent professional look. I'm planning to print this object on A4 landscape sheet. Type LA and hit Enter to open Layer Properties Manager. Create a new layer and name it Title Block. Change the color to black and line weight to 0.05 mm. Then click on Set Current. Draw a rectangle of the A4 sheet size 297 mm wide and 210 mm high. Offset the rectangle a distance of 2 mm twice inward. Draw X lines over all the sides of the inner rectangle. Select all lines and activate Trim command. Trim this part, this part, this part, and this part. Select this X line and this one to delete them. Move this X line 70 mm left and move this one 12 mm upward. Select this X line, activate offset command, specify the offset distance to be 12 mm. Type M for multiple and offset the line 7 times on this side. Select this X line to copy it, write 35 mm, 45 mm, and 55 mm. Press escape to end the command. Select the inner rectangle and all X lines. Then activate the trim command. Follow me trimming all the lines we need no more. After that, select these lines to delete them. Go to Properties and change the color to blue. Type BO for Boundary Creation and hit space. Click on Pick Points, then click inside these boxes. When you are done, hit Enter. Type QSE to open Quick Select box. Make sure the option color is selected from the properties, then choose blue color. When you click on OK, all blue color objects will be selected. Right-click your mouse anywhere, go to Isolate and select Isolate Objects. This will hide everything in the drawing area except the selected objects. Activate the Offset command. Click on Erase, then the command line will ask you whether you want to erase the source object after offsetting or not. I will type Y for yes and hit Enter. But after finishing what I want to do now, I will come back to this option again and change it back to its default. Specify offset distance 2 mm, then offset all the blue rectangles. As I told you guys, I will go to Offset command again in order to change the erase setting to default by choosing No. Click on this tab from the status bar and choose End Object Isolation. These blue rectangles were made just to accurately create the title block text. Besides, I wanted you guys to practice the offset and boundary creation commands. Go to Annotate tab, click on this little arrow from Text panel. Click on New to create new text style. Name it Title Block. Change the font name to Romans. Check Annotative and type 2 for the text height. Then click on Set Current. AutoCAD might ask you whether you want to save the changes or not. Click on Yes, then Close. Go to Properties palette and change the color of Title Block Layer to By Layer. Type MT for multi-line text. Select this corner and this corner. Make sure justification is set to top left. Type drawing number. Click anywhere to end the command. Press space to repeat the multi-line text command and fill the rectangles with all necessary information to identify the drawing. Here I will write Rev for revision. Here I will write sheet. And here I will write the drawing reference. This box will be for the date. And this box will be for the scale. In this box, I will write drawn by. In this box, checked by. And here, approved by. This box will be for the drawing title. And this one for the project name. Now I will delete all the blue boxes I drew before since I need them no more. Still, we are not done yet with creating the title block. Some information in the title block might be consistent and others are changeable. For example, if all drawings you are planning to create belong to the same project and drawn by the same person, then such information need to be included in the block. Accordingly, under project, I will insert the logo and type the project name. Since these data are constant for all drawings I will create later. Go to Insert tab, click on Attach from the Reference panel, select your logo, then from Attach Image box, in the Scale field, uncheck Specify on Screen. Change the scale value to 0.1 and hit OK. Specify the insertion point at this midpoint mark. Try to center your logo at the left side. Go to Annotate and click on this little arrow to access Text Style Manager. Insert a new style name. Let's say Title Block Info. Check Annotative and make sure text height is 2. And change the font to Times New Roman. Then click on Set Current. Yes to save the changes and close. Type the project name. And drawn by. I'd like to change the text font here to Rage Italic. Yeah, that seems better. Now select the title block including all the data. Go to Home tab. Click on Create from the block panel. Type A4 title block for the name. Click on Pick Point to specify the base point. I will choose this point to be the insertion base point. Then click on OK. Select the block and delete it. Go to Layout 1, right-click the tab and rename it. Right-click the tab again and go to Page Setup Manager. Click on Modify. The first thing you do here, choose the printer or plotter name, change the paper size to A4, check Scale Line Weights, and choose Landscape Orientation. Then click on OK and Close. Select the current viewport in the sheet and delete it, since I will insert another viewport to fill the whole sheet. Type viewport and hit OK. I already explained to you guys about viewports in tutorial 3. Choose single and hit OK. The command line is asking you to specify first corner or choose fit option. Just click on space for fit. Click on insert from the block panel in order to insert the title block into the sheet. Specify insertion point at this corner. Select the title block and move it right a specific distance, let's say 100 mm. Select the viewport we just created and delete it, where it was used just as a reference to place the title block. Move the title block back into the sheet with the same distance you considered before. For me it's 100 mm. Insert the viewport again, but this time inside the title block. Specify the first corner here and the opposite corner there. Now we need to adjust the drawing scale. So click twice with the left button somewhere inside the title block close to the drawing. From the status bar, click on this arrow to choose a scale. It will be 1:1 scale, which represents the actual size of the object. Anyway, if you choose 1:10 scale, it means that you want to reduce the drawing size 10 times to fit it inside the sheet. But this is not applicable in our case, since the object I drew is already small. Now, if you move the mouse scroll wheel, the scale will change. Click on Ctrl+Z to go back. Click on this sign to lock the viewport and prevent any changes for the scale. Now, if you try to move the mouse scroll wheel, nothing will happen. Click twice outside the title block to get out from the viewport. Finally, we just need to fill the data related to the drawing and print it out. Type the drawing name in the title. Type the scale value we used for the drawing. Type the date. Type the drawing number. I came up with this name: YT for YouTube, CAD for CADiologist, TT08 for tutorial number 8, and 001 for the exercise number. The drawing revision is 0. The sheet is 1 out of 1. Click on Ctrl+P to open plot setting. Now just click on Preview to check out the drawing before making the printout. Click on Print, choose a folder, type the file name, and click on Save. I will go to Desktop and open the file to check it out. In this video, you learned about title block and its importance to identify a drawing. You practiced using many commands like offset, match properties, boundary creation, and how to create layers and text styles. Later on, there will be more examples for you guys to practice and become better and faster using this software. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the alert button for more examples to practice.